Hello! How's it going, everyone? Let me make sure I miss this stump in my driveway. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Easter, all things, aside with the shutdown and the virus and everything. I hope everyone was able to spend time with the people they wanted to. I did. I had a great Easter, so everything good for me. On my way to work as usual. So if you're just tuning in for the first time, I just get bored and do these roadside chats. Yes, it will go out here 4 minutes in. I'll lose you for a minute or two. But yeah, just to give some quick thoughts. So yeah, to me, I'm going to be doing some more videos as the week goes by here. Probably a live stream tomorrow evening, so you can tune in for that. But, the big news for me is it's becoming evident, I think, to even the ardent Trump supporters who were telling me that I was wrong to question this shutdown. I think, is it becoming obvious to those people now that Dr. Fauci and the people that Trump surrounded him with want Trump to lose the next election? Is that not obvious to everyone now? That they are part of the establishment deep state, just like the people in his State Department that ended up testifying against him in the impeachment, just like the John Boltons of the world that wanted him to get mired in these regime change wars, just like the people around him in the FBI like James Comey, just like the people in the CIA, all of them, all of these people around Trump, sorry about that if I went out. So you guys have seen me do this 1,000 times, well, at least a dozen times, and I'm telling you, the internet's messing up for me here. It must be because they're restricting access because so many people are using it or not. So I'll probably cut out down here a quick second too, but don't worry, I'll be here until work lets out. But anyways, Fauci was told not to go on CNN because CNN's just propagandists for the deep state that hate this country, want people to die of the virus, and want to eliminate the middle class. And Fauci still goes on CNN, and what does he say? He says, if Trump had listened to me earlier, less people would have died. But, is it obvious to you yet, Trump, what's going on? Now, Fauci and all of these people from the CDC and these other so-called doctors, every single one of their models have been wrong. And isn't it weird that their models are always wrong, being more fear-mongering than less fear-mongering? Just like every time there's a leak that ends up not being true, it's always to hurt Trump through the media. It's never to help Trump. It's the same with these models. Every single one, when they get it wrong, every time it's, we said millions would die. Whew. Almost hit a deer there. Rural Pennsylvania, live tonight, baby. But that should be the last I'll cut out. Anyways, so like I said, Fauci goes on CNN. Now, let's take Fauci's statement. So he says, had Trump listened to me sooner, less people would have died. Okay, but the economy would have collapsed more. And we have no evidence that now there's solid evidence that's starting to appear that there's a good chance that actually COVID-19 was in California in early November. And that's why their death rates are so much lower, because basically it's already gone through California. Did you notice catastrophes in California when it came to people dying of COVID-19 in November? No, we didn't notice it. The amount of people that died were basically around normal, maybe a little higher than normal, but not enough to shut down the country. So it turns out that the shutdown isn't having the effect they thought it would. Well, it is having the effect they thought it would, because they want the collapse of the economy. That's what they want. They want total control. That's what I've been telling you on my channel since day one, doing my channel, what the agenda is with these people. But let's look at what Fauci says, right? So he says, had Trump listened to me in February, lives would have been saved. So what if Trump would have listened to Fauci in, January? Because I could find clips right now of Dr. Fauci on television being interviewed saying, this corona thing, it's no big deal, nothing to worry about. So Fauci's going to cast blame at Trump, who's not a doctor, saying, it's Trump's fault because he didn't listen to me in February, or more lives could have been saved. Yet Fauci, who is a doctor, if he would have not been a complete imbecile in January, then perhaps we could have been better prepared without having to shut down the economy. So what's his excuse? Why is it that Fauci's changed so much from the swine flu and experimental drugs that he said, yes, we're very optimistic, we should try them, to today when he talks about things like hydrochloroquine, when he says, no, we need double-blind tests and this and that. Almost like they want the economy shut down. Almost like they're pushing for this mandatory vaccine. They don't want a medication that could solve the issue quite simply. They want to force people to get these vaccines. so that they can make lots of money and inject who knows what into the vaccine. And I don't care if someone calls me a conspiracy theorist. Fine, call me that. How is it that I was more accurate about predicting what was going on with this disease than the so-called experts? By the way, it's the same experts that are telling you climate change is going to kill us all in 7 years. Why is it that they always predict the end of the world and the solution's always, we got to screw over the regular working class Americans. We have to take their rights and their wealth. Why is that always the solution? Isn't that weird? It's never them. It's never them having to make significant sacrifices. That's odd, isn't it? It's never an end-of-the-world prediction when their guy's in office. Where was Dr. Fauci and company when swine flu was H1N1 was hitting during Obama? Strangely silent. They weren't calling for, during an election year, the economy to be collapsed. We don't even know. Again, I've gone through these numbers endlessly. It's why I'm not doing videos every day, in addition to being busy and things like that. We don't know how many, if the number's accurate, of how many people have died of COVID. Because we're hearing reports straight from Dr. Birx and others' mouths that every death that has a possible COVID symptom is treated as a COVID death. I'm hearing reports from people just anecdotally and from people saying that their official statements from hospitals, they're getting money based on how many COVID deaths they have, which provides them the incentive to claim that every death is a COVID death. We have no idea how much of the general population has this illness. So if the mortality rate's way lower than we're being told, we have no idea how long they think the lockdown needs to last. We have no idea how many lives the lockdown potentially saved. We're getting mixed messages constantly of what's an essential business and what's not. If it was as serious as they're saying, why are things like candy stores opened right now? All sorts of businesses that any normal person would consider non-essential. By the way, don't mistake me. I think candy stores should be open, but I think all stores should be open. Why were their models wrong every time? They were wrong about the 2.2 million. They were wrong after that when they said 200,000. Remember, that 200,000 was taking into account the lockdown measures that they'd put into place. And they were still off. Now they've adjusted to what? Around 60,000? And that's using their garbage numbers where every death's a COVID death. But we have to continue to listen to these people. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm seeing people on the street. And I'll tell you tomorrow, my live stream tomorrow night, I'll tell you actual stories of what I'm seeing in my town, in my family, in my life, of people whose lives will be changed forever. We've had, 4 or 5 COVID cases in my entire county? No one died? It'll never be the same. This county will never be the same. Small businesses shut their doors, will never open up. People I know that worked 10, 12 years at the same job can't get unemployment. They've made, one person I know, I kid you not, has made over 150 calls to the unemployment office. Gets a busy tone every single time. How are they going to feed their families? But Dr. Fauci says, had we shut down earlier, lives would have been saved. I'm sorry. How many times do we have to listen to someone who's wrong? And I'm sick and tired of everyone who's an expert. We'll talk tomorrow about, Bill Barr coming out and saying subpoenas are going to finally be issued on people that were involved illegally in FISA-gate. We'll see. But I hope that's the case. But I had to listen to the experts at the FBI say, there's no way that they would illegitimately use a FISA court. I had to listen to all the experts on TV. They would never do that. They were wrong. I had to listen to all the experts tell us, we got to go to war with this country, go to war with that country. They were wrong. I had to listen to all the experts tell me, we got to bail out these banks. They were wrong. Now I got to listen to all the experts say, hey, normal Americans, guess what? You get screwed over again because we're experts and you're not. How many times do we have to say, well, it was just a mistake, but we got to trust the experts again next time? That's bullshit. It's not incompetence when it happens more often than not. When I.G. Horowitz looks at the FISA process and randomly looks at 23 other FISA cases and every one has inappropriate behavior by the FBI, how long do we say, well, just incompetence, just incompetence? It's starting to seem like there's a pattern, isn't there? And why is it that every single time the expert solution is less rights for you, less freedom for you, the normal American, and more power for them? Every single time. Oh, we remember the State Department experts. We have to send billions to the Ukraine. We have to. It'd be foolish not to. Why? Why should I trust them? They've been wrong about every other thing. So, all right, I'm here at work, so I'll calm down a little. But yeah, thanks for listening. I am committed to doing more videos this week. Despite things still being crazy, I think my work situation is going to settle down somewhat. So I should be able to do more of my regular videos. So I'll be putting out, I want to start doing more of my just like 5-minute regular videos that aren't live. And I'm definitely going to be doing a live stream tomorrow at some time. So I'll get you the time on that. Probably be late, like 10 o'clock at night. So look forward to that, to check that out. But thank you everyone for joining me. Please stay safe. I hope you had a wonderful Easter. It's depressing. We should do what we can to fight back, to make sure that we maintain our rights in our country. But don't do so at the risk of your mental health, right? Make sure you and your family and those around you are safe, but you're also having a good time. Don't leave this fear-mongering and what you're seeing ruin that. So, all right, thanks, everyone. As always, have a good one.